Welcome back to our Let's Play of Three Houses. When we last left off, I was using a different, capture device. So let's see how this new one works. Did I fish? I think I fished. Let's find out. If not, I need to start this over again after I finish fishing. Okay, yeah, I did fish. Alright. Let's go talk to Anna. Grab this item over here.
Deal. Hey, Professor, I'd love to catch... Hey,
Quest.
how about a favor?
Enemies and auxiliary and quest battles are now... Oh yeah, this thing. Yeah, let's talk to everybody.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, except that Tomas departed the monastery and has yet to return. Consider that reported. He's been gone for periods of time before and has always returned, so I'm not too worried. Still, I wonder what in the world he's doing out there.
Yep. Let's see what else we've got here. I was exploring after, what did we do last time? Not sure. All I know is the mission this month is to go to the town of Romire and find out what's strange going on, so we're going there. Picked up a book of Christological mysteries. Okay.
Of the 4 or 5 years since I started here, this is certainly the busiest.
It was 4. I've been here 5.
What's a year here or there? Don't be petty now, Shamir.
You count your enemies the same way.
If I take care of them quickly, what does it matter how many there are? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you, Professor.
As you were saying, it's been a busy year. There never seemed to be enough hands for the work.
That reminds me. Do you have that thing? If you do, we want it.
Want? No. We need it. Give it to me, not her.
Hey now. I'm the one who brought it up. We may be friends, but that's just rude.
Okay. Want a 2-toned whetstone.
I have a favor to ask.
Alright, I'll look for it. Huh. I think this is like a trading quest or something. Crumpled letter, complicated love life. I wonder who that could be.
Professor, you seem unwell. How are you faring? If you're not feeling well, I'd strongly recommend some rest.
There?
Professor, tell me, is this about Ramire? There are more villagers acting strangely today than yesterday. Knights have been dispatched, yet the underlying cause is as yet unclear. And the most anyone can do is stand back and watch. It is most distressing. Professor, what do you think about all this?
Some kind of conspiracy.
In that case, we should strengthen the guards. If you visit the village, Professor, please, take care.
Okay.
Professor, what have you got there? That's... my goodness, that is just what I've been looking for. I can offer nothing more than this, but I do ask that you consider trading with me.
Sure.
I am in your debt, Professor.
Tome of Comely Saints.
I thought we might make it through last month in peace. But no, another incident just had to arise, didn't it? If only this debacle had to do with crests, why, I'd have gone and dealt with it in an instant.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have. Crest this, crest that. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. Oh, I see an item.
Professor?
Someone who needs in need of accuracy. Balancing scale, huh?
A moment, please.
Anything for Mom? Nope.
Hey, you.
Hey, Lawrence.
How are you feeling, Professor? You look rather ill, if you don't mind my saying so. Are you sick? If so, I would urge you not to push yourself too hard. Take some rest. Just my natural talent, nothing out of the ordinary.
Both of those sound rude.
Enough wit now. You should lie down.
Show something up here.
You there!
Petra.
Yes. This is a place of mysteriousness. I have awareness of how much difference every part of the world is. In a place alike to this place, you can imagine the goddess of Fodlan truly existing. At times I miss those places in Bridget. At times, I am missing those places so painfully.
Okay. Sorry. Fruit preserves. Someone enjoys baking and eating sweets. I can think of a few characters like that.
Need something?
Let's raise those skills.
This one? You're all set.
And brawling
This one?
skills.
You're all set. See you again soon.
What is it? I'm in the middle of my daily duties. I assume you know by now that the four saints are all-important figures in the teachings of Seros. Still, I have a particular fondness for Saint Sethlene.
I bet you do.
I have something to ask of you.
Collect information on missing students. You must find clues around the dormitory where the students reside. Okay. Mercedes.
Oh, goodness. Is something the matter, Professor? You look a little pale.
Why
Please
is
be
everyone saying
careful.
that?
It's so easy to catch a cold this time of year.
I think the fruit preserves are for you.
Oh, this is mine.
You do not look well. Are you sure you aren't coming down with a cold or some other ailment? Please, visit a doctor before your situation worsens. I suppose the infirmary is also an option? When I went there the other day, I was unable to receive medical guidance, as Professor Manuela was drunk and fast asleep on the floor.
I could use your help.
Alright, deliver the letters or address someone in her position. Okay. Alright.
During the Red Wolf Moon, wild monsters make ready for the winter to come, stirring more than at any other time of the year. You were off for Ramire Village, isn't that right? Watch your step on that journey. May the goddess protect all of you.
Okay. Next is the counselor. I didn't miss any treasures, did I? I don't think so. It's 2 notes. Huh. My note. Well, it's obviously Ferdinand, so let's praise him. You can at least write a joke. Oh yeah, I got my professor level up to B+ with the fishing. Just barely, but yeah.
Well...
Other people, me.
Professor!
What? Lady Rhea? How time quickly passes.
Professor, do you ever wish you could return to your life as a mercenary?
I'll say no.
Is that so? I suppose you have become accustomed to your new line of work. This month's assignment will again take you outside of Garrick-Mach, to Ramire Village. It was in Ramire that you first met Alois and the rest of his order, was it not? Half a year has come and gone since then. How quickly time passes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, have a sunflower.
I appreciate it.
Oh, do you have a mission?
It was in Ramire half a year.
She has a thing over her head, so she wants something. Children's fable, someone who likes writing stories. I don't know. Bernadetta was writing a story. Hey, Cyril. Excuse me. Gelton Leone.
Professor, Captain Gerald just told me. Ramire Village is in a bad way, right?
The situation there is worrying, yes. But tell me, how was your vertigo?
Are you not feeling okay? You should get some rest.
If you must go to the village, make sure you're in good health before we depart.
You got it, Dad.
The knights go out from Garrick-Mach to take on all kinds of other duties. I'd sure like a job like that one day. Then again, I don't know. Serving Lady Rhea here is pretty good.
Edmund is, of course, out. Manuela seems to be out. Hates cleaning.
Hey, you.
Hey.
I wonder how Ramire Village is faring. Hopefully we're not dealing with some new epidemic. It wouldn't be unheard of. Almost 20 years ago, a terrible plague blazed through Fargus. It even hit the capital city, taking the Queen Consort's life. Or so I heard. The whole kingdom was in an uproar over that loss. The person who saved the kingdom wasn't a doctor, but a holy woman, the fair Lady Cornelia. After that, she was awarded the honor of being a mage in the service of the royal family. She sounds like an amazing woman, but
yes,
she must be pretty old by now. But hey, maybe she's aged like a fine wine.
Actually, she has. Is this yours?
Oh, that's mine! Oh, thanks, Professor. You really saved the day.
You got it. Next. Excuse me. Okay, Claude, we got...
I fear I may become a social recluse soon. My life consists of wearing a groove in the floor between the library and the dining hall. Although I guess a real recluse wouldn't leave their room, eh? That would be me if you weren't my teacher. Locked away in my room, reading, napping, never to be seen. You know, I never see Bernadetta outside of class. I wonder what it is that she does in her room all day.
That's a good question. I suppose she reads, writes, paints.
What in the world is happening in Remire Village? I hear even the knights have been dispatched. I hope it's nothing too serious. After all, that's where we first met. I have valued memories of the place.
Thanks.
Hey there.
Still can't go up here. So, let's continue down here. Open, 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 open. Open, 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 open. Thank you.
I am so happy to be part of your class, Professor. I honestly cannot recall the last time I interacted with others on a daily basis like this. It reminds me of when I was a child. That was so very long ago now.
Very long ago?
Oh, I mean very. Very, very, very long ago.
Yes, we get it. Jeez. Hello? Songstress. How is this someone who looks up to her? Oh, that'd be Dorothea.
The librarian is always out and about these days. And just when I had some questions about a book I'd borrowed. Ugh, now I'm so curious about where he's gone off to. He better come back soon.
Okay. Nothing in here.
Ah, Professor! The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was such good fun, don't you think?
Ignatz, how long are you going to keep harping on about the Battle of the Eagle and Lion?
Oh, come on, let me gush. Did you see how the house leaders came together after the battle? What an incredible thing to witness. Harmony, even after something so hard fought.
True. If they can keep playing nice, perhaps there will be peace in Fodlan after all.
Indeed. Alright. Got a few more places to check out. Gotta go through here to find any missing items somebody might have dropped.
Okay.
As I've said before, amazingly named Amiibo Gazebo.
Oh.
Hey!
Professor!
Hello.
I hope you're up.
When summoned for a tournament, all you have to do is participate in the tournament and win, right? Okay. I've heard this tournament is tough, so let me save.
I hope you're up for a challenge.
I'm waiting at the training grounds. Alright. Seeds. Probably belongs to a history buff.
Get it?
Remire Village is in Empire territory, but it's still relatively close to the monastery. Oh, but you know all about that, don't you? The story goes that it was in Remire Village that Alois found you.
Okay. Miss Cynthia?
I heard about Remire Village from some of the knights. It's certainly troubling. If it's a contagion, we at Garrick Mach should be on the lookout as well.
I'll handle it.
Your words are oddly persuasive, Professor, even if they're not exactly based on anything.
Thanks. You want to join me yet?
I'm actually very...
Hey. Alright, so she's not going to join me anytime well, hopefully she's going to join me soon, but... I've already got her up to B, which is as high as I could raise her at this point. So I'm just gonna hold off on her. Think about who I want to recruit next. I was thinking Leone.
Congratulations on winning the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Did you get a special reward?
I certainly feel like I earned a special reward. Don't you, Professor?
I don't know what you mean by that.
I was afraid you might say that. I do wish you'd dote on me just a bit more.
Here, is this your songstress poster?
How did you know I lost this? Thank you for bringing it back to me.
You know, Professor, the tournament fish, and the meal we indulged in after the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, why, all of the food I've eaten in this monastery has been absolutely delectable. Every last bite of it.
Food really is the only thing you think about, huh?
Hardly. I think about all sorts of things.
Oh, like tomorrow's menu, for instance? I have a request.
Sure. Something to prove.
Hey! When news reached us of the disturbance, ours was the first unit dispatched to Remire. We had renowned scholars and accomplished magic wielders with us. In all honesty, I was scared witless the entire time. For all we knew, it was an epidemic like you suggested. And rumors aside, that place had an eerie air about it that chilled you right to the bone.
Okay.
Investigating Remire Village. Be on your guard.
Thanks, to do. What is a fountain of information?
They say that things rarely, if ever, go according to plan. Still, plan we must. After all, if we don't effectively force things to go our way, nothing will be achieved. How about you, Professor? Are you leading the life you envisioned for yourself?
I think so.
Your character must be stronger than most.
Okay. Thanks.
Hey, Professor. Can I get your advice on something? I just don't know what to do anymore. I used to think they were the best, but now I can't even stand looking at them.
Time heals all wounds?
Good point, Professor. I think I need to see other meats right now. Then I can come back to fish when I'm good and ready.
Yeah. You do that. Okay. Let's see. Saints Revealed. History buff. That's Linhart. First thing we go down here. Talk to Manuela.
Hey, wait a minute. What you've got there, isn't that... Please, could you let me have that? Here, I'll give you this in return.
Okay.
Fantastic. Thanks, Professor.
Fire amulet.
You have no idea how happy this makes me.
Next person is... Oh yeah, I have to find that thing for what's-his-face. Missing student poster. Report to Sedith. Apparently Cyril wants to talk to me.
Professor, I picked this up, but... Oh hey, it worked out perfectly. Want to trade me what you're holding for it?
Sure.
Thanks, Professor. This is great.
Okay. I was thinking of trying to recruit Leone next.
Professor, Captain...
The situation...
Hey, I hope we get a... I know I'm in a... Professor!
The situation...
Mission assistants.
Yeah.
I've never played with Leone. I hear she's good with a spear.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
I fear in my life, and that would... You know I know...
Lost item.
Oh, thank you.
Could be Sadith that wants the finish. And I have to go see him anyway, so... Mercedes wants to talk to me. I'd go here anyway.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Thank you.
What is it? I assume still...
Is this yours?
Yes, this is mine. Thank you for returning it.
I think that hatchet is Cyril's, which sucks because I was just there, but whatever. I can go back.
Hello, Professor. What's that you've got there? Would you mind trading it with me for this? Thank you so much.
Glowing
I'll
stone.
be sure to take great care of it.
Path of Dawn. Next is...
The night I'd then again. Hey, that's...
Still life painting. Someone who's fond of art. Or picture. I did mention earlier that Bernadetta likes to paint. Maybe it's her.
Professor? It's about that thing you have there. If it's not too much of a bother, would you trade it for this? Thank you so much. I'll treasure it forever.
Medical eye drops. What's medical eye drops? Oh, Linhardt wants them. Of course he does. Bernadetta, do you like... Did you lose this picture?
I've been looking for this.
Alright, the spotless bandage is Hilda, who I still can't give things to. I think. I could try. And Hilda was over here.
What an...
True. Igna.
What an...
True.
Nope, still can't give her anything.
Professor.
Cyril wants to talk to me. Sure.
Found you.
Hi.
You're always nosing around places, aren't you, Professor? It can be real hard to find you sometimes.
Sorry about that.
No worrying about it. I just wanted to talk to you about a thing today. Do you remember how Lady Rhea asked you to come to the office this evening? Well, she told me that I should come to let you know that today's a bad day for doing that, and you should go and see her tomorrow instead. That's pretty much everything I needed to say, I think. Oh, except to ask you if you've seen Sedith around anywhere. Okay, I'm supposed to tell Seth the thing Lady Rhea told me to tell you, but he's hard to find. Nah, I'll find him myself. But if you see him, then find me, please, and tell me where you saw him, okay? Because then I'll know where he is. I'll be in the stables if you need me. Gotta put out the fodder before it's the next kid's shift. Don't want her thinking I left my work for her to do. Oh, but if I'm not in the stables and you need to find me, I'll be at the forest up north, because there's a bunch of logs lying around up there. I figure I ought to chop them up, or else someone might trip on a log, or we might run out of firewood. And if I chop, then it'll save other people time. If it looks like I'm done there, then the quarters need to be swept. So if you see Sedith and you need to find me, then I might be there. Nope, this is my job. I'm not giving it to anyone else, because it's mine and I'm gonna do it. Besides, if you help me out, Lady Rhea might give me an earful. I don't know why, but Lady Rhea sure does seem to like you. She's always worried about what you might be doing or not doing. Oh yeah, not that it's any of my business. Anyways, Lady Rhea asked me to do some jobs, so I'm doing them all. Even some she didn't ask for, but I know need doing, so I'm doing them. End of story. And remember, if you see Sedith around, come find me and tell me where you saw him, yeah? Huh? But I just told you where I'd be. If I'm not in the stables, I'll be at the forest. If I'm not, oh, I see. You're right, I'm all over the place, huh? I don't want to waste your time, Professor, so if you see Sedith, how about you tell him I was looking for him, and then tell him all the places I'll be? Then he can spend his time looking for me instead of you. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. A real good plan. Let's do that. See you later, Professor.
Right. Alright. What was I doing? Giving Lidhart the eye drops. That's right.
That's a nice thing. Why don't you trade it for this? Sounds good, right? Excellent doing business with you, Professor.
There's the two-tone monster.
I've always wanted to say that.
Alright, let's give that to, Shamir. I could give it to, I could obviously give it to Catherine, but...
You brought it, Professor? Hand it over and I'll make it worth your while.
Pal, you can't even afford your own drinks. Give it here. You won't regret it.
Alright.
Excuse me? I asked first. Why don't we let the Professor decide?
Sorry, Catherine.
Her? What a letdown.
You made the right choice. Here's your reward. I'll let you borrow it later, Catherine, if you quit sulking. Thanks.
Alright, regular whetstone, silver bow, and 2 black sand steels. Thank you. Alright. Still have to deliver a special letter. Let me see if that's Rhea. Another owl feather.
It was half a year. I appreciate that.
Oops.
Impressive. Thanks.
Impressive. Why is your voice so low? Alright. Boo. Let's go do this tournament.
What?
Alright. Only C rank with the sword, so I might not be able to do this. No, I can't do this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, that was a waste of my my free time, so if I switch to Sword Master, can I even do that here? I don't think I can.
What?
Oh well. Guess I can't do all the quests. I have a thing that Manuela wants. Where was she? She was at the... here.
Hey, I know you fig medicine, but hello, Prof. You want me to help you just say the word? Well, I know you've medicine, but
Don't want to recruit her. I think the balancing scale is for
wherever did
Anna.
Hey, Professor, I'd love to catch.
And foreign coin and the old. This is probably Flame. She's always talking about things from the past. And the old coin. Oh, Eloise collects coins. That's right.
Thanks for fun.
No.
You're going to feel. Oh, this.
And the thing from Enbar is Flame.
I am so happy. I honestly cannot. It reminds me of. Oh!
Alright. I have a thing with Shamir, Manuela, and Eloise. Guess we'll do those now.
Professor. Hello, Professor. You're really on the move today. A lot to get done, I take it? I'm happy to help. Tell me, is there anything I could do to lighten your load a bit? surely there must be something. Don't be shy about asking for help. We're practically siblings, after all. Cut from the same cloth. I was raised by Gerald just as you were, so we should have no trouble getting along. Huh? Did I not mention that? How thoughtless! What an embarrassing gaffe! My parents died when I was small. I came to live in the monastery. It was an aimless existence. But sometimes a knight would pass by, wearing magnificent armor. That knight was Gerald. And the first time he laid eyes on me, he made me his squire. What was he thinking, huh?
Sounds like Gerald.
No kidding. I don't think I'll ever fully understand his logic. Later, I heard that the squire preceding me had died of a terrible plague. I looked a bit like him and was about the same age, so Gerald thought me a suitable replacement. A little nutty, old Gerald, there's no doubt about that. Quite a character. All that was more than 30 years ago. How time flies.
30 years?
That's right. I wasn't even 15 years old. Well, Gerald hardly seems to have aged since then.
Yeah,
In fact,
sure
over
is.
drinks he once told me, perhaps that's a story for another day. At any rate, that's Gerald for you. One of a kind. I don't think there's anyone else quite like him.
Yeah, probably not.
Right. Well, now you've heard my whole story. I hope that you understand now why I feel such a strong sense of attachment to you. If you're ever in a bind, just give me a holler. I'll help however I can.
You got it.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I'll let you get back to it. But truly, if I can take anything off your plate, don't hesitate to let me know.
What?
There's no point in trying again. I don't know. I don't even know why I came here. Oh, hello. Suspicious dice. Skilled swindler. That would be, Yuri. I could have swore there was something at the amiibo gazebo, too. But I haven't picked up anything from there.
Okay. Hi.
Hello there.
There we go. Someone who hates bugs. I think that's Constance. So, let's go back down there. There's a lot of new paralogs. I can get 3 of them done and the one training mission done. Okay. Yeah. Constance, you hate bugs.
Given your I can't be expected to remember where I leave every small object.
Okay. Rude.
I can't shake the... I guess you're looking... Oh, you found it.
Okay. Still got, Manuela. I have to start giving items out. like the floral adornment. Guess I should give a bunch of stuff to Leone, right? Come on. Gotta figure out what that is. Alright, I think it's better. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. Floral adornment. Marianne likes floral adornments. I can't remember where she is, though. There she is. What do I still need to... You know what, let's get Manuela out of the way. Oh, hello. Treatise of Etiquette. Acute awareness of nobility.
Hello there.
That could be a couple people. Could be Lawrence, could be Ferdinand.
Settle down and stop with the knocking. I'll be there in 2 shakes.
Were you sleeping?
Oh, dear. Professor? Is that you? Just a moment. Oh, what should I do? I can't open the door in this state. Manuela, you simply must quit oversleeping. Hold on. Where are my clothes? I can't even find my... Where in blazes is my underwear? Oh, What is my dressing robe belt caught on? I can't tie this properly. It's not even covering... Oh, Manuela. This will have to do.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just hold on a moment. Hello. Sorry to have kept you waiting. So, what do you want?
What were you doing?
Excuse me? You had a reason for coming here, I assume. I've put a lot of time and effort into making it possible to talk with you, you know.
Sorry?
No, you've done nothing wrong. Let's just say I'm not having a good day. Actually, I didn't have a good night. Never mind. What did you want, anyway?
I have a message from a knight.
You heard from him? The fellow from last night? Huh. What did he have to say?
Well, we will never go out together again.
Yeah, figures. Kind of saw it coming, actually. That's why I came back to my room and went to bed. To get over it. Thank you for checking in on me. Was that all you wanted? Well then, good night.
Sleep well. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, man, I really want to do that tournament, but support. That's what I was looking for. I've already got A support with Bernadetta ready to go. Still need to do more for Flame, and I need to get. You're already ready for A. You're good too. Leone. Oh, let's find Leone and start giving her stuff. Shower her with gifts, as it were.
Really? Professor!
She likes fishing floats.
Wow, this is great!
She likes hunting daggers.
Wow, this is great!
She likes training weights.
Wow, this is great!
Let's give her my extra whetstone.
Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks.
And my extra sunflowers.
Oh,
And my extra lily.
oh, thanks.
Should already get me up to her C rank. For now, I'll talk to Marianne. Give her the floral adornment.
Good day, Professor. Well, I appreciate it.
Tasty baked treats can go to Lindhart or Lysynthia. Or Happy. Or Yuri. A lot of people like them. Let's see. Guess I could... Guess I could do Lysynthia. Well, let's go into Yuri, since I have to get him up to S rank eventually.
Can't shake. I guess we're looking. You really know what I like.
Alright, gemstone beads. Dorothea. The only person I don't need to give to is Bernadetta, because she's already on the cusp of getting an A rank. If I can remember what Dorothea was. that's her all the way up there. And then I'll come back and watch the thing with Leone. No, that's... Where's Dorothea? There she is.
Congratulations. I certainly... Are you sure?
Let's watch the thing with Leone, and then we'll be pretty much set to end this episode.
Oh, Professor, are you training too? I was just about to finish up, but if you want to join in, I can stick around a while longer.
Might be here for a while.
Oh no, it's fine. Just do your thing. Don't mind me. Come on, don't be shy. Phew. I'm beat, but we're finally done. I was already training when you got here, and I finished right alongside you. Guess I outlasted you, huh? Speak for yourself. I'm always looking to improve. By the way, Professor, something I wanted to ask. Are you really Captain Gerald's kid?
That's what I'm told.
That's a pretty detached tone to take about your own family. What's your opinion of him, then? You must look up to him, at least.
Leone really likes it, by the way.
It doesn't sound like you really appreciate him. You didn't even know until you came here that he used to lead the Knights of Ceros, did you? If it weren't for him, you wouldn't be half the person you are now. You've probably never even thought about how lucky you are. Oh, okay, this really bothers me. Listen,
Sorry.
I don't care if you're the teacher and I'm the student. I'm going to outshine you. I know you were some famous mercenary before you came here, but let me tell you something. I'm going to be better than you ever were. In fact, I'll surpass you in no time at all. So don't blink. You might miss it.
Okay. And now we're C-Reg friends. Alright. Tasty baked treats. No, smoked meat. That's right, Petra. Petra likes smoked meat. If I can remember where she is. She's up here. If I can get to it. Hey, got about a minute left.
Well... Yes, this is in a place at times
Armored beer stuffy.
This is giving me great joy.
That's Edelgard, Marianne, Lysynthia, Flame. Flame needs more stuff. Alright, so we're gonna give it a star and call it a day.
I am so happy. I honestly, it reminds
If you like this video, please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. It always helps me out. When we come back, we'll finish up this,
Wow, I'm delighted.
This gift giving. I might go around and do the gift giving on my own, at least until another support comes up. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day, and take care.